Okay, this looks so retro. It looks so good.
So I got a good deal on this. It is the comic book Wolverine brown yellow costume.
Not the blue.
Marvel Retro Legends came out a couple years ago. I know this is old. Some people have done videos on it, but I want to really compare this to the Mafex one.
There's a little bit
that
of
just
a
came out.
difference.
Yeah, so obviously this one is lower in price, but you know what? I had to make the executive decision, and I said, you know what? I'm going with the Hasbro one over the Mafex one.
You will.
Because I don't think $150 to $200 for the Mafex one is worth
cheaper.
it. Aesthetically wise, here's the comparison. Aesthetically wise, it kind of looks the same.
They pretty much look the same, but there's this one difference.
There's a couple of differences. So the ears, number one, you hate the ears on the Mafex one.
They're so huge.
I don't mind the ears on the Mafex one. I kind of like that because in the comic book there, you see in the background.
I mean, he has huge ears.
Yeah, they have huge ears. Some people like this, some people didn't. Next thing, cons on this one. Aesthetically wise, again, they look the same in terms of color and stuff like that. Look at he's got the hair, arm hair. He's got some, it looks.
You got the claws.
You got claws. Again, the colors really pop out on this one. Hasbro did a good job on this one. The flaws on this one is the claws. The claws are a little bit flimsy.
They're a little bit. Could they fall out?
They can, but compared to the Mafex one, those are a little bit sturdy and bigger. Now, here's the pros. The face on this one, I think, sculpt is better than the Mafex one. So if you're spending $150, $200 on that, the face that came out of that one, I wasn't crazy about. I like the feature that you could put Logan's face on his body, interchange
the
heads.
You can have the Logan face on, and you can hold the mask.
Or hold the mask, or put it behind his head.
Oh, look at Luna.
Luna's excited about it. Now, the Foosh, we're gonna do a shout out to our friend the Foosh. Okay, he did the video.
We're pronouncing that right.
Well, hope we're pronouncing it right. Who's a big YouTuber? He did a video on Mafex Wolverine, and when he did the app crunch, we saw what happened.
The paint chips.
And he wasn't the only victim of it. Some other people had it. So for $150 to $200
to get a paint chipped thing,
that happening on a toy that's worth that money is unacceptable. So
that is terrible.
I did a lot of app crunching, a lot of posability of this Wolverine,
and not even one scratch.
Not one scratch, nothing on it. So again, in terms of scale wise, sure, it's not as much worth as much as the Mafex one, but aesthetically wise, it's a lot of
exactly the same.
Exactly the same. A lot of posability, and again, it looks good. And for me to spend $150, $200 on a toy that is going to chip, no,
that is not worth it.
That's not worth it. So again, guys, check it out after this video. Go check out the Foosh. Just type in Mafex Wolverine. Do comparison. Again, main difference is the ears, but in terms of his outfit, it pretty much looks the same. It looks the same, and it looks great posability.
There's not much difference,
and
except for the ears.
And if you're on a budget, again, save yourself some money to get some other action figures if you want. This one looks good on display. I have them with the comic book, and it looks good.
It looks really good.
I mean, look at that. The colors pop out. I mean, I usually knock Hasbro. I really do.
You don't really like Hasbro.
It's not that I don't like them, but some of their products sometimes are questionable. But they did a good job with it. So there you go. There he is with the face. I like his face on this one compared to the Mafex one. The sculpt on it looks good. He looks, he's got a little bit of a mean streak on his face. That's Logan for him. He's got the face like, don't mess with me. I'm ready for action. His hair looks cool. Fight. He's got the sideburns, and I like the mask that you can wrap around his neck and put it behind his head. That's a good touch. That's a great touch.
I don't think the Mafex one did that.
No, they didn't. They had interchangeable heads, but they don't have that. I mean, look, that looks cool. That looks cool.
In the hair.
Yeah, that's cool. It's vintage, like Batman. Like, we like to see these superheroes unmasked with their cowls pulled behind their head. I mean, that is...
But Mafex, why didn't you add that?
So anyway, I mean, that's something you would have missed. But anyway, again... if you're looking for a budget wise, this one I think rocks. A lot of people did buy it. I mean, I got a good deal on it, and I jumped at it. So
you just go, okay, we're gonna get it.
I love Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine is great.
He's one of your favorite characters.
He is. You know what I mean? He's like a no nonsense type of guy. He's like no BSing in this day and age. Just he says it as it is. He's a guy that you want to go into battle with, and you could trust him. He's there for you at all times.
So there for you.
He will not back down from any fight, and that is Wolverine. He is a true warrior hero. Exactly. So, again, he looks sharp. That's how I'm putting him on display with my comic that I have there.
So what would you rate this?
I give it about a 9.5 out of 10. The flaws are, again, the claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're a little bit flimsy. You got to play around with them and kind of get into the pose.
But, I mean, they do look good.
Yeah. I mean, the ears, I would have liked them maybe to be a little bit more longer, just like the comic a little bit, but I can live with it. So,
you can live with it.
Yeah. So, anyway, we did a comparison. So, you know what? Guys, check it out.
Go check out the comparison with the Foosh.
Yeah. So, thumbs up, guys.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.